Are you watching Recoil TV and you see something you can't live without? Thankfully, we've got AI on your side. Along with the rise of the machines, it also can help you find what you want. Do you like this shirt? Do you like my watch? Maybe this bandolier? All you have to do is pause your video when the item comes on, click on the plus button, and we'll take you to where you can find out more about it. Be sure to watch Recoil TV for all the latest and greatest gear, items, and news. Hey, you're watching Mail Call on Recoil TV. I'm Dave, and today we're going to talk about Desantis Holsters. I know what you might be thinking. Desantis is the holster that maybe grandpa trusted, or your dad, or your great uncle. Older people. Desantis has been around for a very long time, and for better or for worse, we associate leather holsters with the previous generation. Leather holsters are, though, very comfortable. So we've seen a lot of people trying to make hybrid holsters. So what they often do is have a leather back against your skin and a kydex shell. Now, on the front, you run into some issues with those, namely because leather stretches more than kydex, and you can eventually run into an ill-fitting holster. But the problem with all leather, all natural leather, is that it can change and warp over time. Now, Desantis uses a high-quality, thick leather anyway, so you have a reduced risk of some of that natural material getting behind the trigger guard. But I'm going to show you something a little special. This is the GRD holster, and that is the gun hide retaining device. What I have here in my hand is the new Springfield Armory SA35 Browning high power clone. You can look in our latest issue of Recoil for a full review on this gun. It's a really appropriate gun for this holster because this SA35 also looks like your grandfather's high power, but it is not made like your grandfather's high power. And then the real magic happens the first time you put a gun in here. I love kind of micro trolling my friends by handing them this gun and this holster and saying, put them together. And there's one big reason. Hear that click? That click there is the gun hide retention device, and it takes everyone by surprise. They kind of stop and look at it for a second. Now, in the GRD, inside this Desantis holster that looks like a regular holster, there is a polymer superstructure that clicks onto the front of the trigger guard, either on a Browning high power or clones, or also a 1911. That's what keeps it nice in here and gives you that active retention. Now, I know I need a Detroit Tigers hat, but I have a Hawaiian shirt. I have the new DeSantis GRD, and I have a fantastic pistol to go in. So I don't quite look like your grandfather either, but we're having some fun with it. And maybe you're wondering about the Hawaiian shirt as well. Well, Thomas Magnum was a U.S. Navy SEAL on a fantastic show in the 1980s. And he carried a 1911 A1 and also a Star Modelo B, which is a fun choice. Hey, thank you, Hollywood. I am not a Navy SEAL, and I certainly am not carrying a Star Modelo B, but I can kind of feel like it. I didn't grow this Selleck stash for nothing. And so that's what the Hawaiian shirt is about, of course, with the leather gun belt. So you can get this with 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch belt loops, but there's holes in there and you can put all sorts of attachments on there. I'm sure there's someone that can hook it up to Molly. That would just be super weird and right up my alley. So one of you guys come up with that, please let me know. All right, classic look. I mean, the 80s are back. I'm not sure if this part is. And hey, this is Recoil's version of Thomas Magnum. For more information, head over to recoilweb.com or the Desantis Holsters webpage.